Has it ever crossed your mind how a microscopic entity could bring the entire world to a standstill? We are living in unprecedented times where a virus, invisible to the naked eye, has reshaped our lives in unimaginable ways. In less than a year, COVID-19 has traversed the globe, leaving no corner untouched. It has transformed bustling cities into ghost towns, turned everyday routines into luxuries, and forced us to rethink our approach to health and safety. But what is this invisible enemy that we are up against? It's more than just a virus. It's a complex entity that has unveiled the fragility of our interconnected world. Its effects are vast and varied, impacting not just our physical health but also our mental well-being, our economies, and our very way of life. To truly grasp the magnitude of this pandemic, we need to understand the complexity of the virus and its effects. Dive deep into the hidden truths behind the global pandemic with insights from health professionals and researchers. Health professionals have been at the forefront of this battle. Hear their insights and experiences. From the bustling corridors of urban hospitals to the quiet wards of rural care centers, healthcare professionals the world over have been the unsung heroes of this global pandemic. Their experiences, their insights, their challenges, and the reality of the situation in these healthcare facilities present a narrative that is both eye-opening and heart-wrenching. Imagine the intensity of working in an environment where every second counts, where every decision could mean the difference between life and death. Imagine the exhaustion that comes from working round the clock, the mental toll of seeing patients suffer, the frustration of not having enough resources, and the constant fear of contracting the virus themselves. What makes this virus so powerful and devastating? Let's hear it from the researchers. To truly understand the prowess of COVID-19, we must delve into the realm of science. This isn't just any ordinary virus. It's a novel coronavirus, a member of a larger family of viruses known to cause diseases in mammals and birds. In humans, it can cause respiratory infections, which are typically mild but, as we've seen, can also be lethal. What sets COVID-19 apart is its ability to spread rapidly and extensively. This is largely due to its mode of transmission, which is primarily through droplets generated when an infected person coughs or sneezes. It can also spread by touching a surface or object that has the virus on it and then touching your mouth, nose, or eyes. But here's the kicker. COVID-19 has a high level of viral shedding. This means that infected people can spread the virus even when they're asymptomatic or before they show any symptoms. This characteristic has made it incredibly challenging to control and contain the virus effectively. Now let's talk about the virus structure. The coronavirus is named for its crown-like spikes that protrude from its surface, resembling the sun's corona. These spikes latch onto human cells, then undergo a structural change that allows the viral membrane to fuse with the cell membrane. The virus then enters the human cell, replicating and causing infection. A key aspect of COVID-19 is its ability to mutate. Yes, like something straight out of a science fiction novel, COVID-19 has the ability to change its genetic sequence. This ability to mutate helps the virus to adapt to its environment, making it more resilient and sometimes more infectious. In the face of such a formidable foe, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But knowledge is power. By understanding the nature of the virus, how it spreads, and why it's so difficult to control, we are better equipped to combat it, to develop effective treatments, and ultimately, to prevent its spread. Understanding the virus is key to fighting it. The pandemic doesn't just affect physical health. Let's delve into its impact on mental well-being. As we navigate through the uncharted waters of this global crisis, it's crucial to recognize that COVID-19 isn't just a physical health concern. The pandemic has also cast a long shadow on our mental health. The fear, the isolation, and the uncertainty, they've all seeped into our psyche, leaving a trail of stress, anxiety, and depression. Let's hear from some mental health professionals. Psychologists have noticed an alarming increase in stress levels across the globe. The constant stream of news, the worry about loved ones, the economic instability, all these are significant stressors that have been amplified by the pandemic. Stress is not just an emotional response, it can manifest physically, leading to sleep disturbances, changes in appetite, and even a weakened immune system. But it's not just stress. Anxiety is another major concern. The fear of catching the virus, the dread of the unknown, the anxiety about the future, all these can be overwhelming. Psychiatrists have observed a surge in anxiety disorders since the pandemic began. People are constantly on edge, anticipating the worst. This heightened state of alertness can take a toll on mental health, leading to panic attacks and other anxiety-related conditions. And then there's depression, the isolation, the loss, the disrupted routines. These can trigger feelings of sadness and hopelessness. Depression rates have skyrocketed during the pandemic, with many people feeling trapped in their own homes, cut off from their support networks. This sense of isolation can breed despair, leading to a profound sense of sadness that can be difficult to shake off. In essence, the pandemic has become a mental health crisis within a health crisis. It's ironic, isn't it? We're socially distancing to protect our physical health, but in doing so, we're jeopardizing our mental health. Mental health is as important as physical health in these challenging times. It's not just about surviving the pandemic, it's about thriving despite it. It's about recognizing the impact of the pandemic on our mental well-being and taking steps to protect it. Because, after all, our mental health is just as important, if not more, as our physical health. What does the future hold for us in the wake of the pandemic? Let's explore. As we move forward, it becomes increasingly important to engage in conversations about the potential scenarios that may unfold in the post-COVID-19 world. Health professionals and researchers are at the forefront of these discussions, working tirelessly to understand and predict the trajectory of this global health crisis. The development and distribution of vaccines have been a beacon of hope, a testament to human innovation and resilience. In record time, scientists have managed to produce effective vaccines that are gradually leading us towards a semblance of normality. The global vaccination efforts are a crucial step in combating the virus, but it's also a reminder of the importance of global collaboration and unity in the face of adversity. The pandemic has also underscored the necessity of preparing for such situations. We've seen the devastating effects of being caught off guard, and it's imperative that we learn from these experiences. This includes investing in healthcare infrastructure, bolstering scientific research, and fostering a culture of health and safety awareness amongst the public. In the wake of COVID-19, we're likely to see a greater focus on public health in policymaking, with governments worldwide recognizing the importance of a robust health system. It's also likely that we'll see a surge in scientific research, not just in virology, but in fields that intersect with public health, such as mental health and social sciences. The pandemic has also highlighted the importance of mental health. As we move forward, it's crucial that we prioritize mental well-being, creating supportive environments and resources for those grappling with the psychological impact of the pandemic. Indeed, the future might seem daunting, filled with uncertainty and challenges. But it's important to remember that every challenge presents an opportunity for growth and learning. The pandemic has been a stark reminder of our vulnerability, but it's also showcased our capacity to adapt, innovate, and overcome. As we navigate this new normal, let's remember to arm ourselves with knowledge, to remain vigilant, and to support each other. The future might be uncertain, but knowledge and preparation can make us stronger. What can we glean from these insights about the hidden truths of the pandemic? As we've seen, the reality of the health crisis is more complex than we might initially perceive. It's not just a matter of physical health. It encompasses the intricate dance of science, politics, society, and our individual mental well-being. We've delved into the science behind the virus, understanding its mechanisms and how it affects us. We've seen the profound impact on mental health, a more silent but equally devastating blow. The pandemic has pulled back the curtain on vulnerabilities we might have previously overlooked or underestimated. But we also look to the future. It's not all doom and gloom. There are reasons to be hopeful, solutions on the horizon, and steps we can take to protect ourselves and our communities. Armed with this knowledge, we can face the future of this pandemic with resilience and strength. This isn't just about survival, but about emerging stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before.